Hello there. You caught me checking my Instagram. Today, I'm at American Airlines and I'm meeting Aaron Lomers. We're going to talk about an awesome pilot marketing program we did here at CHEETAH Digital. We created a great engagement strategy using email as a channel and collecting zero-party data, that's psychographic information, to give customers better personalized offers. Aaron Lomers is going to tell us the challenge she put to the CHEETAH Digital Strategic Services team, how they build a strategic vision and even helped execute. She's even going to tell us how we landed on the results. So get ready to be inspired by how one of the largest brands on the globe are using zero-party data to personalize communications and drive real revenue. Buckle up, we're getting ready to take off. Welcome to another ThinkyCap Spotlight session where we take the core learnings from our longer form content and distill them down for you here at CHEETAH Digital. And in that introduction today, you can see we're going to talk about American Airlines and a zero-party data survey that they rolled out that informed a truly personalized email journey that actually lifted revenue with some of their high-value customers. And with me today, as always, Richard Jones, CHEETAH Digital CMO. Rich, how are you?
Never better, never better. Now, before we dig in here, it's worth mentioning that the full interview is available at cheetahdigital.com, or you can scan this QR code right now. So don't worry, we'll show it again at the end of this video for a few seconds if you want to go watch it. So, Tim, what's the core story in the Spotlight session?
Yeah, this was a good one. Aaron Lomers is the Senior Manager of Marketing Communications in the planned and owned channels in the global American Airlines marketing team. And essentially, she walked me through how they send a lot of emails, right? Billions of emails, and revenues, it's a huge driver email for them. But they've never really truly been able to do a personalized or triggered journey for their customers. You know, a lot of you probably can relate that are watching this. It's batch and blast, right? The brand has a campaign, it has a sales goal, and it blasts out some messaging or some offers. So that's not really personalization, right? That's a batch and blast mentality. You've seen that before, right?
Right, we have indeed. I mean, we've all seen those emails from travel companies, 30% of a holiday, vacation, cheap fares from your local airport, but they're very rarely ever personalized. All based on segments or some other aggregate data.
Absolutely. So in this one, American Airlines essentially wanted to create a zero-party data survey that collected those individual wants and needs around travel from high-value customers. And then that triggered a real-time email journey that had personalized content and offers, and to see if that would lift revenue. So to pull it off, they enlisted the CHEETAH Digital Strategic Services team to develop the plan, create the emails, create the content, even down to the imagery, send them, and of course, orchestrate all of this on our customer engagement suite platform to measure the results. So the details of this are all in that full 16-minute interview if you want to see that QR code at the end.
Okay, so how did they go about collecting the zero-party data from the audience to trigger those personalized journeys? I'm assuming there was some sort of value exchange that was involved. How did they roll it out?
Value exchange. I know you know that well. And absolutely they did. In fact, let's roll some tape from this and Aaron will tell us how and why they did
Let's do it.
So this is kind of BAU. We email everybody an offer. We say, hey, we've got this great opportunity for you. Do you want to engage with this? And they opt in and say, yes, we'd like to register. And that's where that starts. But then we continued the journey. And this was really the key to this pilot program was how do we continue that journey? So once they registered, we then made another offer that said, hey, tell us a little bit more about who you are and we'll give you 500 miles. And so really asking them, like you were saying earlier, about that psychographic data, like who are you? Where do you want to travel? And so that was kind of the next step where we continued that engagement beyond just register for the promotion.
So what did they actually ask the customers?
Yeah, a few simple basic questions really, but they asked them, what do you like to do when you travel? What kind of activities do you do when you travel? They asked, where do you like to go? Beach, mountains, etc. And then probably the most impactful one, they asked them, what's your budget and when do you think will be the next time that you actually take a trip?
Got it. Well, let's skip to the results, which is what we do here on these Spotlight sessions. How did this perform for them when it hit the market?
Yeah, I mean, rubber meets the road when it comes to revenue. So they had an 84% conversion rate of the high value customers that they made this offer to. 84% of them that saw it actually completed the survey.
That's good.
Yeah, I'd say that's pretty good. Not only that, but they were able to actually lift their engagement rates. They had an over 50% open rate on these emails throughout that triggered personalized journey, which is way above, as we know, industry standards. So personalization does work. And then I think, Aaron and I talked about the real-time nature of it, right? The fact that you take a survey, you hit submit, and then instantly you're getting that message that's personalized, has the relevant content and offer, that keeps the person in the moment. It feels relevant and it gets great results.
Well, that's not so much the rubber hitting the road, it's the rubber hitting the runway.
Oh, this guy, look at this guy.
Now, the Customer Engagement Suite personalization engine allows you to sort of collect, process, and activate the zero-party data in those messages instantly in order to deliver the immediacy. What other metrics did it produce?
Yeah, well, I wish I could share the actual revenue number, but I'm sure, again, people, brand marketers watching, they don't want to reveal that. However, I will say that this absolutely created a lift in revenue compared to standard batch and batch, as much as they lifted in double digits percentages of revenue per high value customer.
Woo. Okay. So now they also have this sort of long-term value, right, of having this more declared psychographic zero-party data on those customers, which is an investment itself in better, more personalized offers and messages in the future, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, look, they have tons of first-party data, even third-party data, but the zero-party data, this was one campaign that lifted revenue. They have that data. They can reuse it with those high value customers. So it is an investment in the future.
Now, American Airlines has been a client for some time now. So how did you end up ending the interview with Aaron?
It was great. You should go watch the full thing. But right here, let's let Aaron show you how we ended the interview.
I think it's great. We have a great relationship with Cheetah and we've been on the messaging platform for a while. So this was a good opportunity for us to see what else is out there in the customer engagement suite from Cheetah. And so really appreciated that opportunity to get to learn a little bit more about what we might be able to use and how we might take some of that and incorporate it into what we do day to day. And so I think the Cheetah team did an amazing job of just giving us a little bit more information about what those resources were and helping us, figure out where can we go, right?
Yeah.
Like what's next?
Yeah, and your team, I know the people working on your team, Roger, Steve, et cetera, they are even great at helping you craft a story and package up these results to take upstairs to get senior, executive buy-in.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, I think that's another big thing, as we talked about earlier. We're resource constrained, right? So building out these really beautiful decks, the team does a great job of helping us get there, right? And helping us build out things that show our leadership the work we're doing is making a difference, yes. And driving some real change.
Well, it's great to see American Airlines looking at Cheetah Digital as a true partner. Now, remember to check out the full interview using the QR code or visiting CHEETAHDigital.com and under the resources section, visiting the Signals on Demand hub because it is loaded with content. And also follow Cheetah Digital on LinkedIn for more Spotlight sessions and subscribe to our video podcast on Apple and other leading podcast platforms. We'll see you next time.